At ease, civilian. We're not dangerous. My apologies, lost soul. May you find peace among the stars. Ah, my lady, are you all right? That was far too close of a call for my liking, but excellent work summoning the portal so quickly. Although, my lady, did you drop us in the middle of a costume party or some historical fair? This man's attire and the landscape it's vastly different. Oh no, my lady. When you were inputting the time into the traveling device, is it possible that you may have accidentally set it as the year rather than the hour? 1700. So rather than returning to early evening back home, we now find ourselves nearly 800 years in the past, with our time machine now properly flintlocked and non-functional. Excellent. No, my lady, I'm not angry. I merely appreciate the diverse range of experiences I've earned in your service. You truly know how to expand and test my skills, my lady. And now comes the task of figuring out how in the Epsilon cluster we're going to get out of here. Did you just say the damage is not that bad? My apologies for disagreeing with you, my lady, but the device just took a crude bullet through the center. Yes, of course, I tried to ask him not to shoot, but I imagine the poor soul thought he was being invaded by otherworldly spirits, considering we just appeared in front of him. And it is not like introducing myself would have mattered. I doubt being approached by Captain Matt of the royal family's Azure Star Corps would suddenly make him think he's no longer in any danger. What a mess this is. And the report I'm going to have to write for the Royal General. Forgive me, my lady. It does us no good to fall into despair. Wait. What? You've already got the bloody thing fixed? My lady, there is truly no equal to your technological prowess. That is, if you ignore the gaping hole where the power converter is supposed to go. Mostly fixed is not fixed. No, you're right. Finding a replacement energy source will likely be easier than trying to hunt down palladium alloys for the temporal stabilizer. Especially considering you've already calibrated the geothermic scanner to search for erisonite veins. However, the question now becomes, what are we going to do once it locates the erisonite? We certainly can't go waltzing into that port town over there, lest we end up with more than a few additional bullet holes that would be significantly more difficult to fill. Unless... You're going to make me do this, aren't you, my lady? I am truly sorry, good sir. I'm sure you were a fine merchant, it appears. Probably out for a midday stroll before heading back to work. But you won't be needing these anymore. I find myself in need of a disguise, so thank you for helping me to blend in. I hope to do your clothing justice. I can hear you laughing over there, my lady. Yes, it does give me solace to speak to the corpse I'm actively robbing. At least now he knows why I'm doing it. This is foul. A man must not have bathed in the past month, if ever. And I suppose I will have to borrow his sword too, won't I? One look at my plasma blade and I'd be strung up as a witch. Well, it's heavier than I'm used to, and the balance is somewhat off, but it'll do. What was that? I look piratey. Well, yo-ho-ho and shiver me timbers, my lady. Aha, the scanner's already picked something up, hasn't it? Let me see. Oh, that's shockingly close. If only there was an active erisanite vein so close to the base back in our time, eh? But that's as just showing us past this town and across a massive body of water. Well, thankfully, erisanite is hydrophobic, so the vein is bound to be located on an island of sorts. But how in the stars are we going to get there? Sail? On a ship? My lady, your joke earlier calling me a pirate was indeed amusing, but that was merely a jest, not a plan of action. You're right. It's not as if we have much of a choice. Well, first things first, we'll need to procure you the proper attire so you may walk freely as well. I loathe to think of what could happen should you remain here until I return, so you'll need to accompany me. Just activate your cloaking device and stay close by. And whatever you do, don't bump into anyone. Let's head into town. I will be honest, my lady, I'm not much of an actor, but I will try my best. Here's hoping I don't say anything too anachronistic. Yar, ahoy there, me matey. Mighty fine wares ye got. Ye ain't happened to have a gown of sorts amongst ye things. For a lady, that is? Yo-ho-ho! Why, it's for the lovely lass I'm looking to steal on me next venture. Yar, you know how it is, right? Of course, I would never condone such abhorrent behavior, my lady. I'm trying to play my part. Avast and shiver me timbers. That's a beaut, and I reckon the wench'll think so too. I'll take it. I've stolen the man's clothes, his sword, and now his hard-earned silver. Come, me lady, let's find an unpopulated corner, and I'll cast an illusionary wall for you to change behind. Perhaps when this is all said and done, my lady, I'll send this gob in for a biometric screening. However unlikely, it is possible this man may have descendants alive in our time, and if so, then, at the very least, I'd like to offer them some kind of recompense for the death of their ancestor. I can hear you laughing again, my lady. Yes, yes, go on and tease me for my soft heart. I show no mercy to our enemies, but when it comes to civilians, that's a bit tougher. Well now, you look quite beautiful, my lady, and quite noble as well. If you weren't so headstrong about tackling this conflict with your own hands, you would make for a truly regal princess. My apologies. I said the P word, didn't I? Never mind that. On to the next stage of the plan. We'll need a ship to take us to the erisanite, and I have a feeling the meager amount of silver remaining in this man's coin purse will not be enough to purchase one. Yes, well, I suppose we wouldn't necessarily need to purchase our own ship, but bartering for passage on another could be quite difficult. I believe I did okay enough speaking to that merchant, though, so perhaps we could... Your stifled laughter inspires me with such confidence, my lady. I guess I could try easing up a little on the pirate speak. Based on his expression, I do think that man may have had his suspicions about my mental stability. But you should allow me to take the lead on any negotiations, my lady. Considering the time period, it would likely be unbecoming of a woman to participate in pirate-related activity. I'll ensure you're brought along on the ship, of course, but it may be of your best interest to stay mum throughout the conversation. Let's try heading near the docks. That's probably the best place to find a ship captain, right?